Hey, it's Mr. Burns once again. We're in A110. We're going to go over the Unit 4 Structure of the U.S. Government quiz that you guys took back in January 2019. You can see here that the range, the median and the average, the mode, if you will, of the test, pretty good. A lot of you think that, Google Forms are so much easier than eCarts. Well, this right here is about the same as what an eCart would be, about a 23 out of 28. It's about a B. That's about usually B, B minus, B plus. That's usually the average of most of the eCarts, especially the quizzes. So it's not any different. You can see the range of scores, 28 being the highest, 21 out of 147 got a 28, 24 out of 147 got a 27. So it's pretty good. What I want to do down here is I'm going to go over question 1 here. And these, first couple were straight vocab, difference between federalism, separation of powers, and checks and balances. And I think if you would take this quiz after you did the DBQ completely, you'd probably do even better, but that's not how we planned the unit. This is based on the vocab and some of the content we had done, some of those warm-ups that we had done in early January, leading up to this quiz in mid-January. So here we go. Federalism was the correct. Here's the correct answer. 120 got it right, but a lot of you mixed up some of these different concepts. Separation of powers is 3 branches. Federalism is national versus state. And then checks and balances, more of you got this one right, where one branch can approve or block something from another branch. Basically like one of those guards against tyranny, where, it prevents one person or one group from becoming too powerful. National level is supreme. That's why it's on top of the 9-box chart. Okay, here I can look at the 3 different branches, right? Let's eat jelly beans. So Article 1 is let's, Article 2 is eat, and Article 3 is jelly beans. Okay, here's another one. The judicial branch interprets laws, 82%. Okay, executive branch enforces, and the legislative makes laws. We had talked about that all leading up to this quiz. Actually, the day of the quiz, we reviewed that. Here we go with Supreme Court is judicial branch. Executive branch is the president and the cabinet. And Congress is the legislative branch. These numbers, not very good. These should be closer to 100%. Okay? Most of you did well. Some of you got those confused. And then, here's going into the Federalism Powers. Here's the 5 different powers. Expressed, written in the Constitution. Boom. Saved for the states. Reserved. They're saved. They're set aside. Think of a reservation at a restaurant. That table is saved for you. Reserved for you. Here we have prohibited, denied powers. Prohibited means not allowed. Pretty good on this one. Shared powers, concurrent. Those of you who take Spanish know con means with, shared. And then implied powers is the not directly stated. If something's implied, you say it, but you don't go right to the source. You kind of say it and beat around the bush a little bit. All right, and then 13, we have the 10th Amendment. This was a tough one. First Amendment, wraps. 5th Amendment, due process. 10th Amendment, reserve powers. And then, again, when it comes to the necessary and proper cause and elastic cause, that's implied powers. It allows Congress to stretch its powers. And really, implied powers must connect with express powers. So you're using the implied power to carry out the express power. All right, 15 is a 5-parter. Express powers, conduct foreign policy. A lot of you put establishing laws, that's a concurrent power. Okay? Air Force. A lot of you were guessing here. I don't know who put permitting slavery, but that's denied. Not allowed to permit slavery. Air Force. There was no airplanes when the Constitution was written, so therefore it has to be an implied power. Licenses. Most of you got this one right. 2/3 of you. This is the question that tripped up most of you. It was number 15. Licenses. Every state has different driver's license. Every state has different rules when it comes to that. 4th row. Establishing laws is concurrent. And a lot of you foreign policy, only the national government can do that. Licenses, every state is different. Something that the national government and state government do together is they enforce laws and establish laws. And then denied powers, most of you got that one right, with permitting slavery. All right, a couple more. Concurrent powers for number 16. All 3 of these things are concurrent powers. 17, some of you struggle with this one, getting confused with federal minimum wage. We never had hourly wages when the Constitution was written. We never had a military draft. It was all volunteer. We didn't need it. When they needed these things in the future, they have implied powers, the elastic clause, the necessary and proper clause that allows Congress to stretch its powers, right? Elastic stretches. Okay. And then last one's express powers. Declare war. Only the national government can do that, not the states, and it's definitely not denied. That would leave us in a tough situation if its country attacked us. All right, hopefully this helped going over these questions as you review for your Unit 4 and 5 test coming up in the near future.